Dear students, welcoming you to all to my YouTube channel Learning Island. I am Maniklal Chaudhuri. Today I have come up with a very important topics for you, which will be helpful for your coming term 1 exam. So this is basically on the basis of the question paper set in the English medium school for their pre-term 1 exam. I have collected this question and try my best to give you the solutions, and whenever required I have also given the explanations. So let us start the discussion. So the question number 1 is, force per unit charge. The answers are, the options are electric flux, electric field, electric potential and electric current. So this is very simple questions, I am not explaining this. So the answer is electric field. Question number 2, 1 volt is equivalent to, options are here. So the answer will be joule per coulomb. Here I am giving you the explanations, so you go through this. I hope you will be able to understand this because this is very simple questions. The answer is joule per coulomb. Go to the next question. Next question is, from the graph between current I and the voltage V shown below, identify the portion corresponding to negative resistance. Here you see in the picture there is four portion A, B, B, C, C, D and D. As per Ohm's law, when the voltage increases, the current also increases in the same ratio. Here you see A to B, the current is increasing with the voltage increase. B to C is the same, but in C to D, with the decrease of the voltage, the current is increasing. So it means the resistance here is negative. So the answer is option C, D. Uh, Question number 4. Ampere circuital law is given by. There is 4 options. The answer is phi, the integration of magnetic field multiplied by, that is the dot product of dl equal to mu 0 I. So the derivation on this formula is given in the NCERT books. You can go through this. So I am only concentrating the answers. Let's go to the question number 4. What is the deep at a place where the horizontal component of the earth is magnetic field is equal to the vertical component? Here option are four options are given. The answer is 45 degree. So how it has come, I am explaining here. You know, BH is the horizontal component of the earth's magnetic field and B is the net magnetic field of the earth, and BB is the vertical component of the earth magnetic field. So if we divide V by BH, we will get tan theta equal to V by BH. If we put the values, we will get the result as shown here. So the here angle is 45 degree. Next questions. Whenever the magnetic flux linked with an electric flux again linked with an electric circuit changes, an EMF is induced in the circuit. This is called electromagnetic inductions. So answer is option A. Question number 7. The frequency of AC main in India is, options are there. So the answer is 50 Hz. Question number 8. 4 equal charges Q are placed at 4 corners A, B, C, D of a square of length A. The magnitude of the force on the charge at V will be. So there are calculations. So the answer is option C. So how this has come, if you want to understand, you can. I am going to upload another videos where the fundamentals of these topics will be given. So here I am not discussing. Here I am actually concentrating on the answer only. If necessary, I am just giving a little bit explanations. So go to the next questions. In a region of constant potential, the electric field is uniform. The electric field is zero. There can be charge inside the region. Option D. The electric field shall necessarily change if a change is placed outside the region. So here you see, we know the electric field is the gradient of voltage, that is dV by dr. So if the voltage is constant and if I make the derivation of voltage, we will get the zero. So the electric field here will be zero. So the answer will be the electric field is zero here. Question number 10. Combine three resistance 5 ohm, 4.5 ohm and 3 ohm in such a way that the total resistance of this combination is maximum. As you know, to get the maximum the resistance, we will have to add those in series, because in series connections the equivalent resistance is the summation of all the resistance connected. So here the answer will be 5 plus 4.5 plus 3. So the total is 12.5 ohm. Question number 11. Which of the following IV graph represent ohmic conductor? So it is, everybody know that as per Ohm's law, the current is proportional to the voltage applied. So the graph will be a straight line here. So the option A is the correct answer. Question number 12. Two alpha particles have the ratio of their velocities as 3.2 on entering the field. If they move in different circular path, then the ratio of the radii of their path is. Here the answer will be 3:2. You have to carry in your mind that if the particles of the same mass with say different velocity, if the ratio of the velocity is 3.2 3:2 or whatever the ratios, after moving, after entering the electric in the magnetic field, they will move in a circular path. So the radius of those circular path, if I make the ratio will be the same as that of the ratio of their velocities. So this answer will be 3:2, and here I am also giving you the explanations. What is the formula? Formula is force equal to QV B sine theta, where Q is the charge, that is the magnitude of charge, and V is the velocity, and capital B is the magnetic field, and theta is the angle. So let's go to the next question, 13. Question number 13. One on quadrupling the moment of inertia of a magnet, its frequency of the oscillation will become. Here the answer will be half. I am not going to the deep discussions. Question number 14. The Lenz law of electromagnetic induction is as per law of conservation of. This is this obey the law of conservation of energy. So the answer will be energy. Question number 15. The correct formula to determine the quality factor of series resonance circuit is, out of this four option, the answer will be Q equal to 1 by R into root over L by C. Question number 16. A transformer is based on the principle of, that is mutual induction, because in transformer there is two coils. So one coil is induced, one coil is given the feed, and from other coil we get the output. So this happens totally on mutual inductions. Question number 17. The phase relationship between current and voltage in a pure resistance circuit is best represented by. Here you see the phase diagram. So in case of pure resistive circuit, the phase diagram will be like the picture in option B. So the answer will be option B. So in this, to understand the phase diagram, you will have to either go through any reference book or you can watch my video which I am going to upload within the coming week. So you can wait for 1 week, or you can go through NCERT books. I am not discussing here because otherwise this video I will not be able to explain all these questions uh, at a time, and I think nobody can you know stay with me more than 1 hour, because everybody is stressed. So hope you are seeing you are watching this video, because this will be very much helpful for you. So please stay with me. I am trying my best to complete this as early as possible. So question number 18: SI unit of permittivity of free space is, the answer will be c square by Newton per meter square. So the answer is here is option C. Explanations I am giving here. The force equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q1 q2. So here if I simplify, then I can get epsilon 0 equal to c square by n meter square. Question number 19: a charge q is placed at the center of the line joining to 2-point charge plus q and plus q as shown in the figure. The ratio of charge q and q is, here you see it is balancing, so the net force on the system is 0. So here I have shown you the calculations. Q into q, the force is q into q by 4 pi epsilon 0 x square, and for the next it is 2x square. So after calculation I get minus q by 4, that is this is the charge q is negative and it is minus q by 4. The answer will be D, minus 1 by 4. Dielectric constant for a metal is, it is infinite. I am giving you the descriptions, so please go through this. It is very easy, so I need not to explain this. Let us go through the next questions. A current carrying a loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. The torque acting on it does not depend on, here you see from the formula, torque equal to NIA B sin theta, where N is the number of turn, I is the current, B is magnetic field, and theta is angle. So here you see it is depending on area, it is also depending on value of the current, it is also depending on the magnetic field. So the answer will be none of these. Question number 22: a magnetic pole dipole moment is a vector quantity directed from, all you know that this is south to north, so answer will be S to N. Question number 23: the current flow from A to B is shown in the figure. The direction of the induced current is, the loop is it will be clockwise directions. If you follow the Maxwell corkscrew rules or the Fleming's right hand rules, so if you put the thumb finger in the direction of the current in the conductor, then the magnetic field produced due to this will be, if I turn the other fingers. So by this way you can easily understand the current flowing in the loop will be in the clockwise directions. Question number 24: if the number of turns in a primary and secondary coil is increased to 2 times such each, the mutual inductance will be, here it will be 4 times. The answer is option A. Question number 25. In a moving coil galvanometer, we use a radial magnetic field so that the galvanometer scale is it. Here answer is linear, because the galvanometer scale should be in linear. Otherwise, we will not be able to understand the figure properly. Here the mechanism is such that this becomes linear. So the answer is linear. Question number 26. The work done in a rotating electric dipole in an electric field is, the answer is option A, WPE within bracket 1 minus cos phi. Question number 27. Two spherical conductor each of capacity C are charged to potential V, that is positive B and negative B. These are then connected by means of a fine wire. The loss of energy is, if you connect to capacitor in between this, so the loss of energy will be, they will try their best to balance the energy. So in this case, the sharing of energy, the loss of energy formula is I've explained here E1 minus E2 equal to C1 C2 by 2 C1 plus C2 multiplied by V1 minus V2 whole square. So if I put here C equal to C, C1 equal to C2 equal to C, and V voltage here is positive B and negative B. Finally, we are getting CV square. So the answer is CV square. Question number 28. AB is a wire of potentiometer. With the increase in the value of resistance R, the shift in the balance point J will be. Here, if the resistance is increased, then we need to move the job towards the B. So the answer will be question A, towards B. Question number 29. The correct plot of the magnitude of a magnetic field V versus distance R from the wire is, if the radius of the wire is R. Here see, the answer is option B, because up to the radius, the the amount of the magnitude of the magnetic field is proportional to the distance, but after that it is not directly proportional to the distance. So the graph will be as picture B, option B. Question number 30. The force between parallel wire 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton per meter placed 1 meter apart to each other in a vacuum, the electric current flowing through the wire is. Here the answer will be 1 ampere. Why? The explanation is here. We know the force per unit length is equal to mu 0 by 4 pi into 2 I1 I2 by R. R is the distance. So if I put the values here, I can get I equal to plus minus 1. So that is 1 ampere. Question number 31. Two pure inductors, each of self-inductance L, are connected in series. The net inductance is. Here you know, if we add the inductor in a series, then the equivalent inductance will be the summation of those inductance. So it will be 2L. Answer is B. Question number 32. Phase difference between voltage and current in a capacitor in a AC circuit is. Here the answer is pi by 2, option B. The explanation is given here. So you can go through it, you can pause this video and understand this. And if you do not be able to understand it, please write me on the comment. I will get you back. Question number 33. Which of the following graph shown in the variation of electric field E due to the hollow spherical conductor, here the conductor is hollow spherical, of radius R as a function of the distance from the center of the sphere? Here you can see the answer will be option A. Question number 34. Which of the following is blocked by capacitor? We know the capacitor blocks only DC current, not AC current. So the answer will be DC. Question number 35. The resistance of a human body is about. The resistance of a human body is about 12 kilo ohm. So the answer is question number C. Question number 36. In the question 35, the answer is option C, 12 kilo ohm. Question number 36. Which of the following is not a unit of the magnetic induction? Here all options are seems to be the unit of magnetic inductions. So here you can say the answer may be the gauge, but this question is a bit confused. So let us hold these questions. I will discuss this with you later on. Question number 37. The vertical component of Earth magnetic field at a place is root 3 times the horizontal component. The value of the angle of dip at this place is. Answer is 60 degree. How it has come? The formula is discussed here. B equal to root 3 is. So I think you would be able to understand because it has been easily written here. Question number 38. In the expression E equal to d phi by dx, the negative sign signifies. The answer will be the induced EMF opposes the change in the magnetic flux. You know, as per the Lenz law, whenever the magnetic flux are going to changes, the current is induced in the loop, so which actually tries to oppose the region of changes, so it is always negative. Question number 39. A transformer is used to light 100 watt and 110 ampere from a 220 volt mains. If the main current is 0.5 ampere, then the efficiency of the transformer is. Here the answer is 90%. How it has come? It is approximately 90%. As there is no other option, so we have to select 90%. See, the calculation here is, we know the power is current into voltage, so the power here is 110 watt. So this is the actually input watt. So the whatever the output watt is 100 watt here. So the efficiency is this. And the question number 40. The figure shows the series of LCR circuit connected to a variable frequency 200 volt with a source of inductance 50 millihenry and capacitance of 80 microfarad and resistance 400 ohm. Find out the quality factor. So quality factor here I have calculated. You see the calculations. It can be also calculated by another formula, that is 1 by r into root over L by C, but I have calculated here it in a different way, so please go through this, and the answer is 0.625. Question number 41. The best material for the core of the transformer is, we know it will answer will be the soft iron. Question number 42. Calculate the quality factor LCR circuit. Oh, here it is the similar problem like the earlier one. So this one. So here I have applied another formula. So you have learned both the formula. So the case is Q equal to 1 by R root over L by C. So by this formula we have find out. So the result we find out is nothing matching with this. So the answer will be none of this. Question number 43. Two solenoids having length L and 2L and the number of turns of the loops N and 4N both have the same current, then the ratio of the magnetic field will be. Here the answer will be 2:1. How the answers come? I have explained here. Please go through this. B is the magnetic field, mu0 N by L into I. So if I make the calculation simplification, then I get the answer is 2:1. Question number 44. Kirchhoff's second law is based on the law of conservation of energy. Answer is energy. Here you see the assertion and reasoning. So there are 5 questions depending on the situations. So let us see the first questions. Assertion: electric line of field cross each other. No, electric lines of field never cross each other. So this is wrong. Let us see the reason. Electric field at a point superimposed to give one resultant electric field. Yes, this is correct. So I can say the assertion is incorrect, but the reason is correct. Question number 46. Assertion: the electric field inside a conductor is 0. Electric field inside a conductor is 0. Yes, this is correct. The potential at all the points inside the conductor is same. The no, both assertion and reason are correct, and the reason is a correct explanation of the assertion because both are correct. Question number 47. The electric bulbs immediately glows immediately when the switch is on. So the reason this is correct. The drift velocity of the electron in a metallic wire is very high. No, this is false. So the answer will be assertion is correct, but the reasoning is not correct. 48. Question number 48. Assertion: electromagnets are made of soft iron. This is correct, and the coercivity of the soft iron is small. Yes, this is also correct. So both the assertion and the reason are correct, and the reason is a correct explanation of the assertion. Now, 49. Assertion: magnetic flux can produce induced EMF. Magnetic flux can produce induced. No. The change of magnetic flux can produce induced EMF, but only magnetic flux cannot produce induced EMF. So this is wrong. Faraday established induced EMF experimentally. Yes, this is correct. Faraday has established it. So the assertion is false and the reason is true. Now the section C. The section in C, the question number 50 is, in parallel combination of n cells we obtain. If it is a parallel circuit, then the resistance will be decreased. So the current will be increased. So answer will be more current. Yes. Now this is a case study. So please go through the case study. I am going to the question directly. The question number 51. The north pole of a long bar magnet was pushed slowly into a short solenoid connected to a galvanometer. The magnet was held stationary for a few seconds with the north pole in the middle of the solenoid and then withdraw rapidly. The maximum deflection of the galvanometer was observed when the magnet was. So if the change of magnetic field is more or sudden, then the current or the induced EMF produced is more. So the deflection of the galvanometer will be more when it moves very fast. So this is moving out the solenoid. So at the time of moving out, this has gone very fast. So the answer will be moving out the solenoid. Option D. Question number 52. Two similar circular loops carry equal current in the same direction. On moving the coils further apart, the electric current will be. Here, answer will be increase in both the in both the circular loops. The electric current will be increased. Question number 53. A closed iron ring is held horizontally and a bar magnet is dropped through the ring with its length along the axis of the ring. The acceleration of the falling magnet is. So when this falls, this will be affected by the magnetic field. So it will not be able to fall with the full force of gravitations. That means the acceleration on the body will be less than the gravitational accelerations. That is less than g. So the answer will be less than g. Question number, a metal ring is held horizontally. Okay, this was the explanation. I have given the explanation here for the question number 53. Please go through this. You will be able to easily understand. I am not explaining this right now. 54. This is the last. No, this is the last second question. Whenever there is a relative motion between a coil and a magnet, the magnitude of induced EMF set up in the coil does not depend upon it never depends upon the resistance of the coil. It depends upon the relative speeds, depends upon the magnetic moment of the coil, also depends on the number of turns. It never depends on the resistance of the coil. So the answer will be resistance of the coil. Question number 55. A coil of metal wire is kept stationary in a non-uniform magnetic field. The answers are given. Option A, an EMF and current both are induced on the coil. A current but no EMF is induced in the coil. An EMF but no current is induced in the coil. Neither EMF nor current is induced in the coil. If there is no relative motions or no changes in the magnetic field, so there will be no induced EMF or current. So in this case, answer will be neither EMF nor current is induced in the coil. So I hope this explanations or this video is really helping you. If it is really helpful for you, please subscribe my channel so that you can get the relatives important upcoming videos which will also helpful for your upcoming term 1 exam as well as in the final exam. So please do not forget to subscribe my channel and also please share these videos to your friends so then they can also get the benefit. So thank you all. We will again get back to you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.